Goodyear blimps log over 100,000 miles every year, covering major sporting events. They've had a beautiful day today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of me wanting to commit suicide.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to another episode of TikTok Torment. Today we're going to be talking about, well, if you can't tell by the title already, Jimmy, you fucking dumbass, we're going to be talking about Tana Mongeau, all right? Now, if you were unaware, when you see Tana Mongeau, you get a feeling of, I need to get away from this person. And this is a universal feeling. This isn't just me. We all have this. If you don't think you have that feeling when you see her, you're just wrong.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
But here's what happens, is if you try to run to, say, another social media site to get away from Tana Mongeau, she just pops right the back up in your For You page on TikTok or on your feed on Facebook or wherever the you go. You cannot get away from Tana Mongeau. She's on fucking OnlyFans, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, probably on. She probably got a fucking grind.
There is no excuse, reason, or thing I could say to make that okay, and I want to take full accountability for that.
Every single fucking app that you can be social on, she's on for some reason. And if you don't know who Tana Mongeau is, I don't know how you wouldn't. She's a 20-something YouTuber who got really famous off of telling these obviously fake stories about like getting fucked with a toothbrush.
What did you say?
And stuff that was just completely inappropriate for younger kids, but it was younger females that were watching her and giving her a lot of her clout. And then she blew up even further in an infamous manner from her TanaCon drama. If you were unaware of that, she had a con or a convention called TanaCon where she was attempting to compete with VidCon. However, they took only like 2 to 3 weeks or some to set it up. Maybe it was a matter of a couple months. I don't know. But it was a very short period of time for setting up a convention. And they got a venue with only 1,000 people capacity and sold 5,000 people, purchased tickets or got their free tickets. However, for the most part, they were purchased tickets, it seems. So there was that whole scandal. There was a bunch of young kids just standing out in the sun, getting sunburned without food or water.
Well, Patrick, how do I look?
Because of that whole thing, because they couldn't get into the convention, there was this long line, and there's all sorts of other that Tana has done that is controversial. I mean, she's hard R said the N-word in a way to in a derogatory manner towards a black individual.
You fucking
She's done a lot of fucked up shit. She's very selfish. Just imagine the worst type of Valley girl, Hollywood girl that you can imagine who thinks they're the
Nah, yo, hold my poodle. Hold my poodle. Hey, yo, what's up? Y'all got a problem?
Recently, her fans have been going a lot harder on her, and she's lost a lot of faith within the community. However, back when she first started blowing up, people would coddle her, say that the scandals that she had weren't that bad, and all this other shit. She is currently 22 years old, so if she started 4 years ago, yep, that would be 18. So she was probably 17 to 18 years old making these videos, and she quickly got this fan base, and she quickly got a lot of money. And then the fan base that she got was just kind of a bunch of yes men, and it's not the shit. She fucking sucks. Tana, I'm saying, that's what I'm trying to get at. You're like, it's not fully your fault, but also like it is, because you could choose to be a better fucking person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bitch!
You know what I'm saying? You can just choose to change your fucking ways and stop fucking lying. Or, you know what? If you're not going to change your ways, at least be like, nah, fuck you. I'm going to go out partying all that shit. Because then hopefully your audience will just fucking leave you and you'll be left with the weird, crazy motherfuckers and you'll only get 10,000 views a video. That's what the dream is. You know what I'm saying? To get you the out of here.
You can hear me or you can tell it to a judge, but you are committing a crime. This is the medical director of DCFS. This is the man that makes that decision. You are committing a crime.
because I don't want nobody banned, but I hate when people are fake with their audience. Fuck Tana Mongeau. That's number one. And number two is let's just react to some of her TikToks now, because I went in this big long fucking rant. Tana, just do better. And I didn't mean to do that rant. I'm really high, if you guys can't tell. Let's just fucking go over and start reacting to some Tana talks. Was that supposed to be funny? When you hooked up but he didn't spit on you or choke to you the point of seeing stars and you can still walk. First off, I had a stroke while reading that. Second off, so what is wrong with you sometimes? Now look, here's the thing, because I was preconditioned by some of the girls that I fucked with early on to do these things, to like choke and all that other Damn! But like, why? I mean, why? Why do you want to associate pain with pleasure? I don't, like, I kind of, like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. And it's enjoyable. But, like, is there something, do you guys not question why? And have you ever thought about maybe biologically why, or philosophically why, or any type of reason as to why you like that? You're just like, no, I like that, and that's it.
Someone has some daddy issues.
Because it could come from trauma or psychological issues. There's a lot of fucking things that this type of shit can come from. Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair. And so I'm just saying, man, like, y'all should figure that out. Next talk.
Ashamed of yourself. Are you not embarrassed?
What? When the walls in the background by your waist are wavy and you don't notice until people in the comments tell you. Okay, are you just... Is this about photoshopping her shit? Is this about the shit that she heard, like, horse video itself? What? Yeah, I think she's talking about photoshopping. Is this supposed to be funny?
No.
No, Tana, that's not funny. Tana, come on, Tana. The f***, man. See, this is the thing. Not only is Tana acknowledging it now, but she is laughing about the fact that she left an impression on a bunch of younger people that probably could be a negative impact. For example, if they heard Tana Mongeau like talking about sex and drugs and glorifying it and etc. And I'm not gonna lie, sex is great and drugs are great. Drugs are way better than sex. But like but I don't have a bunch of kids watching me, so I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? It's fine. Like, you gotta know your audience. But so I don't have a bunch of kids watching me. But I'm trying to be as much of an adult entertainer as possible without taking my dick out on camera. Tana, in her younger period, should have been able to see her age range and see what people were watching her, or even when she had meetups, she should have been able to see the age of these girls coming to meet her. But she continued to speak about these things in a way that would glorify them rather than make them seem like, hey, maybe I don't want to be with a toothbrush. These thoughts that Tana put into these young kids' heads could have easily led to them becoming hypersexual, to them becoming, used to taking drugs and then potentially getting addicted in the future. The thing about drugs is you need to have information before you take them. If you don't know that Molly can you up for taking it like a few days in a row, you can do legitimate damage to your brain by taking Molly repeatedly days in a row. If you do not have that information, then you might be inclined to be like, oh, well, I felt good yesterday, let me take it again, because that's how people think with drugs. They think of it right now. We only talk about opiates in the world, and opiates are something you can take daily, but then people take the idea of opiates and the way that opiates work, and they try to extrapolate it to other goddamn drugs, and it just does not work that way. It just doesn't at all. But so the point is Tana's out here talking about drugs, talking about Molly, all this other shit, but not giving any extra information about how to be safe, or even pointing people where to go to find out how to be safe. Also, again, pushing a hypersexualized idea of a female's body. And then these kids in 8th grade, so between 13 and 14 years old, that's how old they were when they were listening to Tana talk about all this shit. And listen, listen, I'm not saying she shouldn't be allowed to talk about all this shit. And now I think she probably does have more of an adult audience because she does have OnlyFans. And again, when she was younger, it didn't seem to be that way. And you got to be cautious about the influence that you have over people. And if you're going to talk about these things, you got to let them know, hey, this is something that I did, but probably you shouldn't do. Like me, for example, I took 300 tabs of acid in a half of a year.
You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Would I recommend anybody else do that? Absolutely fucking not. I'm not going to not talk about it, but I would also say, hey, don't do what I've done in certain circumstances. So let me go ahead and watch a couple more. Who is that? Is that Bryce Hall? No, it's not, right? Who is that? Oh, it's Taylor Holdner.
Yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee, and I was going to get employee of the month, and that's a period.
Tana, you had a fucking MTV show that you acted like a complete fucking brat and on, and you left one of your friends after he had gotten out of the hospital. You fucking totally just left him, and when he called and asked about, hey, like, what's up, where you at, blah blah blah, you completely just wrote him off and was like, oh, I slept in, I slept in. And then there was another one where like they were trying to it was a launch day for a t-shirt or merch, something like that, and Tana was supposed to come help with the merch, setting it all up and getting the sales all completed and advertising it and helping with the promo for it, and then she just didn't fucking show up to her own launch. And this was all in this MTV series. Like, yeah, you did it for a check. We know you did it for a check, because you don't do it for anything else. You don't do it for the entertainment of the people. You don't do it for the love of the game. You don't do it for nothing but a check all the time. That's the problem with you. You're all about yourself. That's all you care about. You don't care about your friend who just went through surgery. You don't care about your business partners. You don't give a fuck about none of that. As long as you can go fuck whoever you want and do as many fucking drugs as you want with, like, that's all the fuck that you give about. That's it. As long as you can keep your clout and go fucking party, that's all the fuck you give a fuck about. Honestly, bro, I really don't know what the fuck to say to you about that shit. Like, I don't know if you took too much Molly. I don't know if the fucking Xanax be getting to your head. I don't know what the fuck it be, but you need to figure it the fuck out. I'm getting off this TikTok bit. This is the YouTube version. So if you're on Pornhub, then this isn't the YouTube version. But if you're watching the YouTube version, the next segment will be somewhat censored, but still shown. If you want to see the uncensored version of me watching and reacting to the Tana Mongeau porn, go over to the hub, where you can find a link to a tweet in my description below, which will take you to a link to the hub, and then that link will get you to the video. Alright, so I'm probably not going to watch this full 5-minute thing, and I'm not going to have, honestly, probably that much to say either. So without further ado, let's just jump on into this little porn bit here. What? Is somebody jacking off? Oh, okay. So they removed the sound and just added... dick, like, fucking noises? Okay. This is weird. Why are they clones? I swear to God they're clones. Tana Mongeau, a.k.a. Clone 2523 of Paris Hilton. AKA the plastic doll the plastic doll that came to life that nobody fucking wanted. I mean, yeah, her body's fine, I suppose. Like, yeah, her face is just not good. Like, yeah, she's got nice breasts, I suppose we could say that, but like her face is just not. Her face is so fake. Like, you can tell she gets work done. Like, that's because she looks like Trisha Paytas. You know what I mean? Like, all these blonde bitches in Hollywood that get this plastic surgery, they all look the same. So she looks like Trisha Paytas. I mean, like I said, she has nice breasts, but that's a nice outfit. See, the one thing I'll give Tana Mongeau one thing of praise. She has good fashion taste in both lingerie, it seems, as we saw by that video, and then also, like, general fashion taste. I think she's pretty decent fashion. The fucking sounds make me uncomfortable. I don't like them in the background there. It's weird. Why wouldn't you just leave the sound that... Why wouldn't you just leave the fucking sound from the actual videos? Oh, is somebody eating her ass? Okay, not much to say. She doesn't have that much of an ass either. Wait, did she get shots? Oh, I think she got ass shots, because she had a little size. She had something going on there, but she used to have nothing going on there, so I don't know what the fuck happened with that. She must have gotten, she must have gotten. Well, actually, no. Let me rephrase. I've seen. She was on her TikTok. One of the TikToks that was like on my For You page from her, was her in like an office for lip injections, maybe, or shots. But I think there was a video of her getting an shot. So I'm pretty positive she's gotten shots. And I guess with shots, she's, it's not bad. But it's just all fake. It's also fake. You know what I mean? That's the issue. It's also goddamn fake. All right, yeah, well, I mean, look, that wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. She's just way too plastic for me. She looks like a skinny Trisha Paytas.
Disappointed!
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me during this episode of TikTok Torment. If you did enjoy, please press that like and subscribe button for more content like this in the future. I have other TikTok Torment episodes, as well as TikTok Talent series, Twitter Heaven, Twitter Hell, bunch of series on the channel. I'm going to be picking back up the Twitter Heaven / Twitter Hell series here soon. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff you could check out if you like. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That will pop up during the outro. I have a reaction channel with my boy Jason. It's actually going to be surpassing me in subscribers pretty here soon, so you can go check that out if you would like as well for daily content. I'm going to continue to try to post a video every 3 or so days here on the main channel whenever I can. If there's anything else you guys want me to discuss, react to, any TikTokers, any Twitter accounts, anything like that, definitely let me know in the comments down below, and I will get around to it as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for the love, the subs, the support. It's been great to see the main channel continue to grow. We're at 423 right now, and hopefully we're gonna get up there so we can beat Tim in subscribers on 2 accounts, on both our Smoking Sessions account as well as my main account. So yeah, there's not much else to say, but go f*** yourself.
Prejudiced, racist, homophobic, and unfunny.
I spaced out of my head to the depths of the universe. It's a spell or a trance just to open up a newer curve.